They hope it will help save lives and stop the cycle of addiction. On Saturday, hundreds of people will gather for an event in Lexington as part of International Overdose Awareness Day. As Miranda Combs tells us, one woman will be there in honor of her son who died of a heroin overdose.
Maybe it was a Monday or Tuesday.
These posters are worn from being held. They've been carried for miles on walks, on a mission to tell her son's story.
It was 8:30 in the morning. The doctor comes in and introduces himself and tells me that Seth has passed away from a heroin overdose.
That was December 3rd of last year.
He was a good kid. He really was.
Tanya Meeks had no idea her boy was on heroin. She didn't even know much about the drug.
Just caught me by surprise.
But now its deadly consequences consume her life.
I've never in my life hated something so bad. I hate it.
19-year-old Seth Wasilkowski is one of the 108 overdose deaths from last year.
He was a young kid.
This year's numbers aren't trending any better.
I don't think he knew exactly what he was getting himself into.
As of mid-July, there have been 82 overdose deaths in Fayette County.
I feel like I need revenge. Heroin took my child. And so the only way I can get that revenge is to arm my community with knowledge.
And I've been blessed just to not have a lot of shame about it.
And that brings us here to Jacobson Park in Lexington. This mother didn't lose her son, but she came close.
This is not something that, if this wasn't personal to me, I would wake up in the morning and think about it all day long.
Her son is now almost 2 years in recovery from a heroin addiction. We've been following his journey for the past year. He's now an advocate for those dealing with addiction.
What scares me is we've taken such great measures to try to counteract overdose, and the numbers continue to grow. I think what it says is we have a scourge. I mean, we have a serious problem.
So his mother and others have organized an event to talk about something they say so many still won't.
It's about allowing families who have had to keep their loved ones' deaths kind of under wraps a chance to know that this community grieves with them.
The event will be held at Jacobson Park like last year's. They hope this hill will be covered with hundreds of people, not only those touched by addiction, but those that haven't been.
And there's just not enough people who are willing to stand up and say, me too.
There will be speakers, resources for recovery, and a silent walk to remember those that have died, like Seth.
It sucks for me, but you know, he's in a better place than I'll ever be. And that's the only thing that gives me any kind of peace.
And Saturday's event will also have medical professionals there to hand out prescriptions for Narcan. Now, that's the drug that will reverse the effects of a heroin overdose.
Miranda, it is so hard hearing those numbers of overdose deaths and knowing where we're already at in this year.
It is. It's frightening. And also another frightening statistic is fentanyl, which is a drug that we've covered over the summer, is actually higher in the amount of overdose deaths now than heroin. So we just can't seem to get a handle on it.
Story that we will continue to cover. Miranda, thank you.
Thank you, Miranda.